Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me is Ben.
Yeah, you didn't have one, did you? You fucked that one up.
Dr. Gregory Benson.
Fine. 3.5 out of 5 stars.
We watched Batman and Mr. Freeze, SubZero, the direct DVD Batman the Animated Series that came out way after the end of the show, and more importantly, after the show, they had made more of the show, but just they had changed the alt style, so this was really weird at the time. Also, plot stuff with Mr. Freeze. There's like a Mr. Freeze episode that takes place after this, but came out before because the show it happens in the show, which came out before this. Anyway, also I didn't see this movie at the time. This is the first piece of the Batman animated series stuff we're covering that I didn't watch when it came out because I didn't know it existed till later.
But you've seen it before.
Yeah. I either first saw it randomly on Cartoon Network or in college. I honestly couldn't tell you which.
Do you know what the 3 best parts of this movie were?
Polar bears?
No.
The polar bears are easily the best part of this movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
The polar bears were fine until they had Batman like holding one back, and I was like, okay. I get it's a cartoon, but that's a step too far. Polar bears? Dude, the advice for fucking... If you encounter a black bear, you scare it off. You make yourself big, and you scare off the black bear. If you encounter a grizzly bear, you play dead, and you really, like, you stay absolutely still, and you act like a dead thing. If you encounter a polar bear, you fucking pray, because, like, it's a bad time. I don't know.
Sure.
But yeah, the polar bears, they were good. They were good.
Okay, there are 2 good things about this movie. But we'll get to the other one later.
No, the 3 best things about the film were, number 1, top spot, when the bat jet, the flame turned from orange to blue. It was really fucking neat, and it got me hyped. And then number 2 was when the Batmobile, we got a close-up of the jet turning on, and then number 3 was the second time we got a close-up of the jet turning on.
Wow.
Fuck yeah, dude, Batmobile, that shit was cool as hell. It was
Batmobile is cool.
It like looks so cool.
You know what's less cool?
It was good shit.
CGI Dick Grayson riding his motorcycle.
You know what's even less cool than that? Uncanny Valley Barbara Gordon.
Her voice is it's just incorrect.
Because like the writing is there, like her character is there, but the voice is just, where am I? What's going on?
It's just a different voice actress. She's like trying to match the original performance, but like her voice doesn't even sound consistent from scene to scene. Also, like the accent she's putting on, she can't maintain it.
There were some scenes where I'm like, this sounds closer, and then it would like cut and it'd be back to whatever.
Yeah, like her accent's all over the place. Also, like in the actual show, they had replaced Batgirl. Like the original voice actress did leave the show. But the thing with she gets replaced by Tara Strong. But
gotcha.
The thing with Tara Strong's performance is it's just different. She's not like trying to do and it's good.
All the difference. Yeah.
But like the big important thing to me is like that is a case where she was allowed to just do her own thing and not trying to do an impersonation of the previous performer.
Look,
which I feel like is what this is.
It could be worse. She could have rolled in and was like, what if Batgirl sounded like Harley Quinn? Now, like, joking aside, this movie is perfectly fine. I was invested the whole time. I like Mr. Freeze, and I thought it was fine. I thought it was a decent time. I would certainly not call it bad. Like, it's just it doesn't look. They took everything they had with Mr. Freeze and Dr. Freeze, as it were, and they fucking cashed out on that first episode.
I like the second episode a lot too, but yeah, you're not wrong. Heart of Ice is the one.
That shit is just so good, dude.
No, my main complaint with this movie is fucking too much of it is about this shitty ass doctor who sucks.
My future.
And like way too much of the air, like the breathing room of the movie, the runtime of this hour-long movie is spent on this guy who's not interesting.
Yeah, dude. As soon as his fucking eyes gave it away. Like, this blue-eyed bitch. There's no doubt in my mind that he is our villain in some form.
I should have drawn cartoon dollar signs in his eyes.
They're too blue, man.
Yeah. And there's like bunch of CG in this movie, which all looks ugly.
Yep. It didn't start.
Robin
out with
is
a fucking choir.
Colored with fully green. He's not teal.
Yeah.
Like in the show. That's one plus side to this. But mostly I'm like, and I like Mr. Freeze's Inuit son that this movie introduces. I also think that why did you do that? So I'm like, I'm just kind of annoyed for a lot of the runtime between like the fake Barbara and all this stuff. The polar bears are doing a lot of the work for me. But really the thing that makes me go, yeah, that movie's good. That movie's all right. Is that it ends with like 10 minutes of just explosions.
Yeah.
That's really where my mood completely shifts and where I forget about all my complaints until the movie's like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, no, literally. Like,
it's just like it's
blows
only an hour and 10 minutes of that are an oil rig just exploding over and over again.
Dude, it goes off so many times. Like,
it's so good.
there's so
That's
many
really the key.
different levels of explosions. I was like, come on now. Like, you shot like a giant fuel tank and it's taken. Okay. I mean, no fucking complaints, but like, woo.
No. It's just so good. Like, it's also like Barbara she looks so fucking good in her Batgirl outfit and she only gets to do it for like a minute at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I would have
She's just in
preferred
that blue dress the rest of the time.
I would have preferred they somehow like get her in the Batgirl outfit.
It just, the Batgirl outfit looks so cool. It looks so good.
Do you want to hear my intrusive thought for the film?
Yeah, sure.
When she's jumping on the bed and we get like a 6-hour scene of her like trying to grab that bar. It just felt, first off, it just felt a little long. Like like a couple too many hops. But the intrusive thought, I was like, if this was an anime, like they're doing a lot of work to not show under her skirt. Like, for showing the shot that long, and it just popped into the old noggin. Not that I necessarily crave it, but like, it was just
Anime would have found a way.
Anime would have definitely found a way. But no, the lack of Batgirl specifically is kind of sad.
You know what the funny thing about this rewatch for me was?
Yeah.
I didn't remember fucking Barbara was in it at all. In the movie at all.
Wow. Wow. Damn. The hard purge.
I like basically had I didn't remember fucking anything until I started watching and I was like, oh right.
Yeah.
He's Inuit's son. I forgot. I purged that.
I mean,
oh right.
He does
this
nothing.
asshole doctor who sucks. Right, that's why this movie is like mostly about him. It's like not that much about Mr. Freeze, really.
Dude, I love the I mean, the writing is still pretty on point, you know? Like Barbara and Dick talking outside the charity event or whatever. He's like, I was wondering if you wanted to go up the coast sometime. She's like, oh, that sounds fun. With who? Like, just like, it's fucking, it's good. Like, it's good shit.
Mm-hmm. All their banter is undercut by the fact that I'm losing my mind listening to her, though.
I just gotta
because it like
gotta shut that shit off.
It just hits that uncanny valley.
Oh yeah,
and I'm just like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And I've seen this movie multiple times, and like it was happening like it was the first time.
Yeah. I am a little. I mean, I messaged you like coming out of it. I really want like I just let Dr. Freeze be. Just let him exist as a dude in the Arctic, but I'm pretty sure Nora.
Well,
like,
the funny thing is,
Nora dies, right? That's like the thing I assume that pulls him back, or something.
no. The thing is, in like Bruce Timm's mind, Nora was always dead. Like there was no bringing her back. Like there's an issue of the comic. It's like a bunch of holiday stories that they adapt for like the first episode of the new show.
Is that the one
when
that
they do the reboot
with him like at her grave or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. See, I thought that
so,
was like part of.
So they wanted to adapt that into an episode of the show, but they don't because she's alive because of this movie.
They could have killed her.
But they didn't.
They could bring her back and kill her.
They just decided to figure something else out.
Interesting. Okay, well, I would
figure something else out.
I'm
for
curious.
Mr. Freeze,
I'm curious
but
to see what that is then, because
it did change the direction of the show. That this movie was like, no, she's alive.
Yeah. No, because I thought that comic you're talking about was like part of the show's continuity. So I thought like she would die.
It was until this movie changed the
yeah. Well, I didn't know when the comic like came out. I assumed because you had mentioned like the comic. You probably talked about how the comic happened after the show started, and then during that conversation,
yeah, but it kept coming out while between the seasons,
and I probably took it
so
as
like
it was after the show.
So like that holiday issue is in the characters are in like more of the style of the original show.
Yep.
Which makes it like interesting to then compare it to when they animate those episodes, or they animate those stories in that first episode. How now the character designs are different. I was thinking like we could read that comic, those comics. They're good.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down. I'm bringing my Surface.
I never read them at the time. I was like kind of a stickler just about like I don't know that I think the animation style of the show works as good in comics as it does in animation, but I don't know. I've also some of those comics are fucking look really good too. Now that I look at them, with open eyes, like this actually looks sick.
Yeah, no, I'm down to do that.
Yeah, anyway, mostly this movie's just fine.
Yeah. I mean, I do agree.
But it's no Mask of the Phantasm. That's for fucking sure.
Mask of the Phantasm is like cuz Mask of the Phantasm doesn't even have like a title page, right? Or anything. It just goes. Yeah.
It starts with the CGI Gotham. The only CGI in that movie.
Yeah, but you have your choir, but it doesn't do
which
like
is
a Batman.
which is the thing that got it into theaters.
But it doesn't
apparently.
do the title like Batman or whatever, right? It just goes into the episode, I think, or the movie, I guess.
I don't fucking remember.
I think it just goes into the movie cuz this one I mean either way, like there's no choir. Where's the fucking choir?
This one has like the movie Batman logo.
Yeah. It uses and I'm like, oh, no confidence, huh? You can't sell.
Well, this movie exists. I was like reading about it. Like this movie exists because Arnold Schwarzenegger was cast in Batman and Robin.
I mean, still, but yeah, no, the stuff you were talking about that is like fucking wonky.
Like they had written a whole direct-to-video movie about Bane, and then the studio's like, "Nah, it's got about Mr. Freeze." Like, it's got to be, but we wrote it about Bane. It's like, can you just swap him out? And like,
yeah,
no,
it's just swappable.
I'll just write a new story. God,
just fucking switch it.
Just hot swap them. Can you just do that?
That would actually be like fucking hilarious, though. Like, what a fucking dumb. I mean, it could have been better. Just fucking let it roll, man.
Yeah, if it means less Gregory Belson, fucking take anything.
Man.
What a bad character. God.
But Dr. Freeze gave him gold, and then he later said, "I've struck gold."
He did. We never see that gold.
We never see it, and it baited the shit out of me. I was like, Bruce is gonna put this shit together. He's gonna like he struck gold, and he's gonna like notice something, and that's gonna be a thing. That just didn't. Dude just made a pun, and like it never went anywhere.
True.
Yeah.
I love when they're talking to his like colleague, the other doctor, and she's like, "He's kind of an asshole."
Yeah, it's kind of a prick. The guy seems that way.
He's like against murder until he's like, but
yeah.
what if you sweeten the deal a little bit?
It was a hell of a leap going from the previous Dr. Freeze or Mr. Freeze episode. You'll notice I'm trying to differentiate. I'm doing it intentionally this time. Much like Bruce and Batman. Because, you know, at the end of that episode, it's like him, like, they use the thing of, like, is it, like, seriously, your wife would have wanted this or whatever, and he says, forgive me, and he, like, saves the people and da-da-da, and, like, that was such a cool thing. Yeah. But here, it felt even more like it kind of should have come up. Like, you're gonna fucking take someone else's person away to save yours? Like, man, would Nora really be cool with this? No.
It's like fucking it's the problem with it's like one of the obstacles to with the ongoing superhero comics that will never end is there have to be more stories. So sometimes you can't let the poignant ending live.
See, I think it's just you have to like elaborate on it, you know? Like with him like trying or him.
No,
like,
I mean this is just weak. Regardless. Like at a basic level, this is just incredibly. This is just a weak story. So.
Yeah.
She's AB negative, so we have to kidnap Batgirl. It's the only way.
Yeah.
Only the police commissioner's daughter can be her. That's definitely the target that'll bring us the least suspicion.
Well,
that's the part I can't get over is that, like, if you're going to target someone, like, fucking target literally anybody else than the police commissioner's daughter. What are you doing?
Yeah. Like, they wanted, like, someone
There
close.
were other people on that list.
They, like, mentioned something about, like, wanting someone who's, like, close to Nora's, like...
Size.
Age? Not age, because she would be younger, presumably.
No. Yeah.
I don't know when the fucking
time. Maybe like, close to Nora's age when Nora... I was going to say, when she was cryo-frozen.
Yeah. But, like, I don't think that's how it works. It's like if someone's eligible to donate organs, they're eligible. Like, what if Barbara is a fucking screaming alcoholic with like a slight heroin?
You have adult organs, you kind of just want younger ones.
Yeah, but like they don't know her. Fucking, she's listed as an organ donor, but what if she developed like a heroin addiction since then? That's no good. Those organs aren't good. They're both doctors. They should do their research, you know.
Nope, they just punch it into the computer.
I mean, the way that you solve that is you put the dollar sign. No, not even dollar signs. You put the gold nuggets in Belson's eyes as he's like trying to convince You have Dr. Freeze trying to be methodical about it and like, no, we need to pick this blah blah blah. And then Belson is seeing gold, so he's like, no, this one. Look, same age, same size. You have him like force that so he can get his gold faster. That's how you solve it. Boom. Mm-hmm. Fucking take me back. I'll fix it. Not that it's like, that's not the thing that needs to be fixed, but, you know. Because we're on it.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of this movie also I just don't think that's, like, The shots aren't framed particularly well
They really
in
aren't.
terms of like
Like,
it just doesn't overall look as good. There are moments that look fucking really good.
yeah, the jets
It's
turning
just
on.
not
They
yeah.
look fucking
The
cool.
explosions. The
The
explosions look
explosions
pretty
look
good.
incredible. The thing that the shot that I was like, this is supposed to be, this is my jam, this is my shit, but because of how they're doing it, it's not hyping me. And that's when the Batjet is flying over the water and it's kicking up the trails of water behind it, but it's like shitty CGI water. So it's like two blue like buzz saws behind it, and I'm like, this doesn't look hype. It looks not great.
No.
That had been like hand drawn shit, like could have been so cool.
Every shot that's CGI and then isn't like right next to a shot that's hand animated. I'm like,
Oof.
what a fucking like why?
What?
How
They
did you
had
think
that
this
budget.
was better?
They had that budget. That's what you blow money on.
I know, but how did you think?
Look, someone thought newer is better, or whatever. Oh, dude, this is the perfect. Holy shit. The clip that I posted that I had forgotten about until YouTube algorithm brought it back to me after like 7 years or whatever. And it's like this, it's from a skit show, but I'll skip right to the important line. This dude turns and like it's like a moment, you know, they're doing the music while he pauses for dramatic effect. And he's like, sometimes things that are expensive are worse. That's this. Holy shit. Oh, that's incredible. Oh, that makes me so happy. Never thought that one would be relevant, but here we are. Yeah. Yeah.
Because sometimes you use CGI because it's cheaper
Yeah.
for doing vehicle stuff, but like this really feels like this is because they have budget.
Yeah.
We gotta justify this as a movie.
Yeah. Well, and I assume
Since
at the
that's
time
that is
more
what
expensive.
again also just knowing that that's what got Mask of the Phantasm into a theater was the stupid CGI opening.
Fuck. That's so ridiculous to me. Someone sees it and they're like, holy shit. This
This
looks
is like a movie.
this looks theatrical. Just like, put it in. Nothing else. It wasn't the choir or fucking whatever. Or the fact that the plot is fucking insanely good.
Yeah.
It's whatever. You see Gotham,
No,
though?
no.
It's like I was there.
See those triangles?
Yeah, look at the polygon count. It's in the double digits.
It's the hot new tech.
Yeah, man. I feel a little bad ripping on this fucking movie. It's not that bad, is the thing. Like, it's just
Well,
fun to.
I kind of think it is for like a bunch of its runtime. I'm like pretty annoyed, but again, the last 10 minutes really fucking turned me around. Where I like literally it like glasses my brain on the rest of the movie most of the time. If I weren't like doing a podcast, like I just would have forgotten all about it again.
Fucking explosion's so good they glass your brain.
Well, it's just so long. It's like it's really
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you just like action pure. The movie's just excellent for like 10 minutes or whatever. Like just stuff is happening. None of the plot that got us here fucking matters at all.
I think it's.
That dude just dies and it's not a big deal.
I mean, there's
Nobody mourns
He
him.
just gets fucking crushed, and we never.
He
elaborate
just
on
tries to run away and dies trying to escape. Like there's no confrontation.
it. I think, I think part of like why I'm so.
I do find it funny that this is like Mr. Freeze breaks his leg. Like it's
Fucking
just such
yeah, he
like a
breaks his
human
leg.
thing.
Yeah, like he breaks his leg and he's in his suit and he can't lift the thing. It's like Batman can hold it up, but Mr. Freeze can't lift it. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
Him like limping around at the very end with
Yeah.
his like
Yeah,
his ice cast.
his ice cast. Yeah, his frozen leg. I think I am a little more up on this movie. Like I like it maybe
Sure.
more than I otherwise would, just because like I'm so fucking high on the show right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like being high on Dragon Ball and you hit Namek arc and you're like, okay, well I'm riding it out.
You're watching Tree of Might, and you're like, it's fine.
It's it's like this is Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'm still
Yeah.
like, it's fucking Batman, baby. I did get really fucking hyped, like unnaturally hyped about this Batmobile jet. When that turned on, I was like, oh yeah.
Enjoy it. It's the last time that Batmobile.
Really? Oh, I guess yeah. When they the change. You know what? I'm remembering.
Literally all the things are going to change.
I'm remembering I did have some notes
Visually.
for this, but I don't. None of my notes are like particularly important. Let's see. This
Sure.
animation do be weird. Damn. I like the idea of Dr. Freeze just kind of chilling in a cave in the cold. -30 is.
I like when he's fishing and he gets out of the water and all like the frost falls off him, and he just looks like he's just like normal skin color.
Yeah.
He's like a normal guy. He's in his element.
Um,
But then they introduce his fucking son, and I'm like, why did you do this?
I put -30 is like not that cold in Fahrenheit or Celsius. Like it's fucking cold. Like you can't like exist in it per se.
Yeah.
But like they were acted like it's the fucking cold. I'm like it gets to like -50.
I mean, that kid
Or
wasn't
whatever.
wearing a hat.
Yeah, like -30 is not terrible. For that what they're doing or whatever. Anyway. Actually we didn't talk about
Yeah, for like the idea that like Mr. Freeze can never feel a warm summer's day ever again or whatever.
yeah. We didn't
Maybe
mention
he was
it.
being a little dramatic.
It's a thing that I actually really liked was when Batgirl is like kicking people's asses and Dick is like talking to Commissioner Gordon. He's like, "Oh, where's Barbara?" Da da da. She's like, "She's probably still getting ready," and it's her like beating the piss out of dude in the park.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, all the men are chasing her, and she's fucking running them all off. Like that. That shit was so good. That scene was great.
Yeah.
Very good shit. Yeah, Barbara's voice is deep into Uncanny Valley. Batmobile jet looks sick.
It's like there's like the double thing for me of like her voice is wrong and the outfit they put her in doesn't feel like
yeah,
Barbara. Like she's so done up.
Yeah, well,
it's
because she
just-
was supposed
it's
to be
just
at
a little-
the dance.
Just feels but it's like double.
Yeah.
It's also because the voice is throwing me off. Then it just doesn't feel like the character.
Sure. And yeah, I mean, I just said in all caps, the jet flame on the Batjet turned blue. Hell yeah. That was
Sure.
that was the hype.
That doesn't get me.
Oh, it's so cool.
Blue Flame is fucking cool though. You're not wrong.
It would. I mean, like, look, it would have been even better had it not been a CG jet because they kept doing the thing where they start the shot like hyper close up on the jet and then they zoom out and it's CG. I'm like, okay, the hype is faded. We're done.
And we're done.
But yeah, and then I put at the very end, I put a little happy crying face emoji, and that was my note. Because we saw Dr.
of the
Freeze
happy
crying.
ending.
Yeah, like the bittersweet, like he's just standing in the window.
Watching TV, spying on people
Yeah.
like a creeper.
He held up the stick. I thought he was going to bash in the window for some reason.
We never find out what happened to his son.
You mean that fucking random kid who started following him around? He doesn't care about that guy.
It's such a weird element. I don't understand.
The son, the kid winked at Barbara. Almost, I'm 12. Wink. She's like, "You look older than 12." I'm like, and then they like cut and kept talking. I'm like, "Okay, you've done it. Good maneuver." It was just a weird interaction. That kid, yeah, contributed like fuck all.
Yep.
I guess technically he like interrupted the operation or whatever, but that's nothing that like Batman could have done. Could have just got them there sooner.
They gave them someone for Barbara to carry while Batman was carrying Nora out of the fire.
Dude, she was holding him in front too. I was like, "What are you doing? Put him on your back." That was wild.
He could have ditched his jacket.
No.
Probably.
No.
Need the whole outfit.
Yeah, man, that's his outfit. People say him, they're like, "Oh, it's that kid." I can't remember his name at all.
No. There's a submarine at the beginning of this movie. Military guys on it.
I did not think that's where that was fucking going. Like they kept cutting back to it, and then all they did was just like pop up. And I thought they were gonna like do like I thought we were like minutes away from like fucking fire the torpedoes, and nope, they just pop up into the cave to ruin everything. It's kind of lackluster.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Freeze in his fucking button-down shirt.
They tried
that he found out in the Arctic.
Look, man. We have a pollution problem and a fast fashion problem. They tried to do
like he's just out here getting too much fish. Like he's Goku.
That was a lot of fish. He was using tools.
I mean, some of it's for the polar bears, probably.
Yeah, okay, I suppose. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, because he fucking took all the fish that they were hunting. They were on the.
Oh, maybe he just doesn't. Maybe that's like he's like going to the whole like the.
Oh, they're
DJ's,
doing
like surplus because there's frozen fish, so you just keep them on ice. They'll be good for a while.
God,
I don't know.
They tried to do.
Or they just wanted to draw a bunch of fish.
They tried to do a like transition shot where it was his eyes turning into the brake lights of a car, and it felt off. It was like I don't know why exactly, but it didn't. It was like it lagged. Like that it didn't. It wasn't a smooth thing. It was a bit jarring.
The fucking kid is still like driving me crazy. Like the idea that Mr. Freeze and that kid would like be able to co-live together as like comfortably, like that kid. That it's still a human being. He needs like a warmer environment than fucking Mr. Freeze. Just because he's fucking Inuit doesn't mean that he doesn't like need a warm shelter. Are you fucking kidding me? Ugh.
Yeah.
He just wears a coat all the time.
I mean, he probably is just wearing the coat all the time. You know how
it's
is.
Not. No. I know enough to know that it's not like that.
Oh, it's like that. It's like that. Don't think about it.
Explosions. Just go back. Explosions.
Oil.
Glass your brain.
Oil rig.
The oil rig explosions wipe it all away.
Hell yeah.
What was that movie about? All right, there were polar bears on the poster.
There were polar bears and the oil.
That's
rig
the only reason I think I remember the polar bears because they're on the poster.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
It's like it's the polar bear movie.
Yeah.
I think that's probably like the first time I saw like a picture of the cover or something. I was like, is that a fucking Batman movie with Mr. Freeze and polar bear? What is that? Why does it look like Batman the Animated Series? But like, when did that come out? When did that happen?
Yeah. You missed it.
Yeah. They didn't promote it, probably.
That makes sense. They're too busy fucking promoting Batman and Robin, apparently.
Well, they did bump it back a whole friggin' year.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Oh, that shit's wild.
The way like that interview describes the phone call they got was like, your movie's fucking better than ours, and we have to fucking bury it.
Yeah, dude. Like, especially if it gets bad reviews. Like, they're They need to get that fucking money back.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny though. I mean, it sucks. It fucking sucks, but like, it's funny.
it's stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like, even though it's all going to the same Warner Brothers pot or whatever, like for those producers, that movie matters.
Yeah, yeah.
And Batman and Mr. Freeze SubZero, their direct-to-DVD movie, doesn't. Because it doesn't have the same kind of investment in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have TMS animation.
Is that like the usual team or whatever?
That's the them and Spectrum,
Gotcha.
which is kind of the same pipeline of talent or whatever, former talent. TMS does the next movie we would watch in this series,
Gotcha.
which is the Batman Beyond movie.
Yeah, the one that I have trailers burned in my brain from.
Sure. That one first aired like only 2 years after this one came out.
That's wild
then,
to me.
But it aired heavily censored and didn't come out on DVD for like another 2 years before like the uncut version came out.
Oh, wild. Or are they just like censoring violence, I assume? Or,
Yes.
I mean,
According to what I've read about it, it's partially because of Columbine.
yeah, that makes sense. That's how you do that.
Also, that movie is incredibly dark.
Yeah.
But it just like it has like a bit of blood in it and stuff. They censored more of it and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
They also that movie they were fucking pushing it like thematically on the content of that movie. Also, I would say.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it, dude.
It's very good. We'll get there eventually. But there's a lot of TV between us and there.
Not that much. I could knock out a very large chunk of it on my flight.
Like 9 podcasts worth of recording as I have it written down.
I didn't stutter. I totaled it out. I could get, assuming an average length of 20. I think I went even a little higher because I was like, how many episodes could I bump if I just binge watch shit?
I think it's like 130 episodes of TV.
Okay, I'd be able to get through like a third of that in theory if I went absolutely ham and that's all I did.
Yeah, that's not all the way through though.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just keep going when I got back.
I just say it's a lot of TV.
It is a lot of TV. But I'm like, it's a lot of good TV, I assume.
It is good.
I'm assuming you're not having me watch garbage. Unless
No,
there's a hard
no,
pivot here that you're surprising me with.
No. Everything in front of us is good.
Hell yeah.
There is one episode of Justice League that I kind of hate, but other than that, it's all good.
Interesting. I mean, don't spoil. I want to see if I can see it when I see it. Is it guessable? Is it something I could actually see and be like, "Oh, this makes sense"? Or is it just like something more specific to you?
Yeah, you might be able to guess, I guess, but
Okay.
well, it's like because it's an episode that only exists to be like exposition-y and tie stuff together.
Ah, okay.
Like it there's actually, and also I hate it as like a whole. There's one section of it that is fucking brilliant. That I also love. So
Yeah.
like there's
Oh,
one
that's
thing in the middle that I'm like, this part just fucking rules though.
Yeah.
But like on principle, there's just like the idea behind the episode, I guess I just hate.
Sure. I mean, it's like
So I think with that you'd be able to get it when we get there.
Gotcha.
But
I mean,
I'll
that's
probably-
like I got
yeah.
fucking baited with one of the Urusei Yatsura things. It's like, oh, this is in this OVA or TV special is like it goes here. I'm like, okay, watch the TV special. I'm like, well, that was a clip show. This is just the best of. Could have the super mega watch guide could have mentioned that like it's very not necessary. They didn't. I don't even know if they did a framing device for it. Like I think it was literally just like clips. There wasn't even like an overall like, oh, remember that time when? It was rough. But anyway. Yeah. I don't know if I got
Now I'm just thinking
much
about
else.
there's like a fucking Dragon Ball fire safety short or something that we never watched.
I mean, there's a lot of Dragon Ball stuff that we didn't watch in that
There
way.
is. Yeah. There's higher priority stuff than that we didn't get to.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a podcast
Ugh.
for this
Yeah.
this pretty
An
like,
okay film.
with overall it's fine. Like in the sphere of this stuff, it's pretty bad.
It is an okay film until you put it next to Mask of the Phantasm, and then it's terrible.
Yeah, that's fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
But like realistically, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
SubZeroPod, gmail.com. SubZeroPodcast at gmail.com. SubZeroPod on Twitter. And I'm on Twitter at Comic Panels.
Ooh, are you on Twitter or are you on X? You're on X.
I'm on Twitter. I don't
Oh,
fucking know what the fuck is going what Twitter's calling itself, but I'm on Twitter.